Okay, great evening. I've been asked a question, and the question is, would you link us to a video on your views of what happens during death and after, or tell us? Okay. Well, what happens, the body starts shutting down, and as one gets ready to leave the form, they get more in touch with the other side. A lot of times people, just before passing, they will see relatives that have passed over, other people that have passed over that are, coming, and they start having communication with them. Okay, so they get ready and you leave the form and you go with others of like consciousness. Sometimes, though, energies will get stuck here if they are really attached to something and they just are not going to let go. If they, sometimes it creates a ghost. Somebody wants to tell their story, whatever. Sometimes they will stay stuck in a place for some time. But usually people will let go, they pass over, and again, they go with people of like consciousness. Like those that are followers of Krishna will many times go to Krishna Lok. If you are a believer in Christ, you will go to heaven. Mohammed, okay, you will go to, again, the place of like consciousness. So many avenues. If you are an abuser, you will go with others of like consciousness, and that becomes a hell realm, okay? Because there you have nobody to feed on but each other, okay? So that is a hell realm of their own making. Really, what dreams there may be, the one with Robin Williams, if you've never watched that video, it's very good. And this is really sort of what happens. So watch what dreams, is it What Dreams May Come or What Dreams There May Be? But it's the Robin Williams film. Really, really a good film, basically on what happens with people of different types of consciousness, etc. Also, when you're over there, you can get worked on with other people. Like I did a series for a while where I was working with people that had passed out of form, and they were stuck. It's much more difficult to make progress on the other side than it is to make progress here, so don't throw away your form in suicide, okay? Because you don't get rid of the problems, you just get over there and you have no body to work it out now. And so it takes a much longer time to get resolution and things. But for a time, I was working with people that left and they had unfinished issues and things that were holding them back. And when you're on the other side, if you're open, you can get help. So I connected them with, if they were Hindu, I would connect them with one I had working on the other side with me was Great Baba Light. He called himself Great Baba Light. And then I had a few that are actually still in form that were up in the Himalayas that would work with people as well. So yeah, that happens as well. You can connect them on the other side, those that have left the form. You can connect them with others to work with. Some of them, I would have Jesus or Mary come in and work with them. So it just depends on where their consciousness is. But yeah, that's available too. When you leave the form, if you're open to progressing. But again, everything is free will. You're not forced to progress. But if you are open to that, those connections can be made as well. So a lot of people that I was helping that had passed, they didn't know that was available. They didn't know to ask. They didn't, and they had been really kind of stuck in things. And sometimes it was self-condemning. Sometimes it was just, again, this wrong ideation that kept them bound and locked in the drama. Okay? So again, those things can be changed, they can be worked with, they can be moved forward. Okay? I haven't been doing that work for a while. It was, that happened when I went to Mexico and I had gone to Chichen Itza down there. And I came back and I had brought these stones with me. And I still have one that somebody is still within this, connected to this. Now they can connect themselves to inanimate objects as well, because everything is energy. And I do have one here. We'll see if they're still there. Now I'll show you the difference between, let me find another stone. Do I have another stone here? Oh, I know. I had some in the box over here. Hold on. So, let me get this. Oh. Is it not in that one? Not in that one. Maybe it's in this. Oh, they're in this one. Okay. So I have some. I'll take a couple of these. So the way I checked them was I hold it, and as you can see, it's not moving, it's doing nothing. There's nobody here. Okay, just a regular stone. Asking again, nobody here, nobody home. This one, let's see. As you can see, this one, yes, there is someone there. And they are very balanced. It's going to start turning the other way in a second. And so this is an energy of someone that just wants to stay, they just want to hang around here. Okay, so this is like a point of reference for this spirit that wants to hang around and stay close by. Okay, it's someone that's very balanced and they just enjoy being around this energy. And so that's, but when I came back with a lot of stones, and they were like this. Every stone I had brought back had somebody hanging in there waiting. And so I could ask the questions, like I'm asking them now, do they want to be worked with? No. They don't need to be worked with. Are you completed? Are you completed? Yes. See, this is a being that's already in realization. They don't need any help. Do you just want to stay around the energy here? Just hang out here? Yes, they just want, for whatever reason, they just want to stay here. Okay. So I leave them stay here. You know, no harm, no foul. Stay here as long as you want. Maybe they'll be interceding with something later. You know, things are always shifting here, so I never know what's going to take place next. But yeah, when I came back from Mexico, all these beings had jumped into these stones and they wanted to be worked with. Now, every once in a while, I would have one that was a negative spirit. So how did I know it was a negative spirit? I asked if it would bow to the light of truth. A negative spirit will not bow to the light of truth. Okay? You can ask them if they want help. They'll say yes, this and that. But bow to the light of truth, they won't bow to the light of truth. No way. So when you get a negative spirit, I have a mantra that I do. They took off very rapidly, okay? So every once in a while I had to, a troublemaker that would try to come in. every once in a while, the ones that were always the most crazy were the ones that would attach to the lingas. Usually it was some Baba, and they'd think they had great power or something, and they rapidly found out they didn't have power they thought they had. And so I had a few that was interesting. They were asking for help when they came and thought they were going to be boasting and show me, Anyway, I turned them over to Big Baba Light, and they found out they were in trouble very rapidly. But anyway, just some of the crazy things that happen here along the way. Okay. Again, I don't advocate. And when I was in India, the Babas know that I never did any drugs of any sort. I didn't approve really of that. And case in point, like I said, I know someone that did a lot of the drugs and stuff, and they stay when they get to the other side, and they've been doing all those types of drugs. They are in really a fog and a haze for a very, very long time, and it takes a long time for their consciousness to come out of that fog and haze so that they can even be worked with. Okay, so again, I won't work with somebody that's doing the drugs. Just absolutely not. It is not good for your consciousness. Yes, you can have some experiences and things, but again, it's not coming from clarity, and it can really kind of mess up your energy. So I won't work with people doing the drugs and things. So anyway, I hope that's answered some of your question. Yeah, and I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for asking. Have a great evening. See you online. Aho.